What's going on, fellas? Today I've got a super valuable automation for you. This is an automated AI powered email and Instagram DM autoresponder. So if you're getting a lot of emails and you just don't have time to respond to them, or if you're trying to grow your Instagram account, or if people are just asking a bunch of questions on Instagram DMs, this is super helpful. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let me show you how it works. So I'm here in make.com. This is a super powerful automation tool. The best part about it is it's free to get started. You can stay on it for life. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Now let me show you how it works. First thing is it watches all of your emails that come in. Then it identifies if it's a person asking a question or if it's just some dumb promotional email. Once it determines that it is an inquiry or not, it just ends it. But if it is, it generates the email and automatically responds to it based on whatever you want the AI to know. And then it automatically sends the email. Let me show you how to build it. So first thing you're going to want to start with I'm using a Gmail, but you can also use an email module if you're using something like Outlook or something else. But I'm just going to use Gmail because that's what I'm using. So first you're going to want to watch the emails. You can just hook this up to your Gmail account by pressing this add button. And for folder, it's going to ask a bunch of stuff, but you can just do all mail. And I'm going to keep it simple. So simple filter. Let's go all emails. So it's going to read all emails. You can also go to show advanced settings down here. And this is going to give you some more criteria you can fill out. But for now, I just kind of want to filter out through everything, so I won't even add a criteria. For your trigger, you can make this so it watches it every 5 minutes, 3 minutes. If you're getting a lot, if you're not getting a lot, maybe 15 minutes like this one is. I'll just leave it at 15 for now. So this is going to be watching all of your emails. Next thing you're going to want to do is identify if they're an inquiry or if they're just some random promotional email. So you can go OpenAI, create a completion. You're gonna have to hook up your ChatGPT credits. You can go to OpenAI and just purchase like $10 worth of credits, but it's super worth it. It's gonna last you a long time. And if you're just doing this, and if you have other automations you want to use AI for, it's super handy. You should probably get some if you want to do this. So for the model, I'll just use the latest system. Next, you're going to add a message. And this first one you can use as a system. This kind of just tells ChatGPT what it's doing. So you can tell it something like, you are an intelligent AI assistant that watches for incoming emails. Something super simple, just telling ChatGPT what it is. Next, you're going to add a user role. And here, it doesn't have to be super complicated for now. I'd recommend putting in a little bit more context for your situation. For now, this says, identify if the email is an inquiry about our business. If yes, output yes. If it's something other than an inquiry, output no. So super simple. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is create a router here in the flow control. From here, you need to decide if it's a yes or a no. So I'm going to create two modules here. Second one, you can create this filter. You can name it something like if no, and then condition result is equal to no. Now, if it is an inquiry, you can go over to this other filter. You can name it is yes, and then the condition result equals yes. Now, if it's not an inquiry, we can just make this something simple like a sleep. Make it sleep for 1 second and then it ends. Now, if it is an inquiry, we can go ahead and put a ChatGPT module, create completion, and this is going to create the actual response to the email. Again, make sure it's connected to your API key, and then model, just make it the latest. And then we're going to put the system first. For the system, you can write something like this. You're an intelligent AI assistant that writes email responses to inquiries for our business. Now for the user, you can put something a little bit more complicated in. You're going to want to add more data into here. I won't read this all out, but it has how you should write it, a good example, and what you shouldn't write. Okay, and we're actually going to add another user role here. This is just going to be giving ChatGPT the information that it needs to respond appropriately. So we can put something like the email and maybe the subject line. We're also going to need the actual text content of the email. Now, how you actually give this information to ChatGPT is when you click on here, this is going to open up on the side and you can see all the data from your Gmail. We can see the text content is right here of the email, so we'll drop that here. And then subject line is right here. And then the email address is right here. I also see sender name, so I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. So we have sender name, and then we can just drop this right here. And these are variables that will be pre-filled once an email comes in. Now that we've got the response, we actually just need to send the email now. So we can make a new Gmail module. Send an email, connect this right up. For the two, we can just go over here and then get the sender email again. So right here, email address. And then for the subject line, you can just do something like this, makes it look like it's a reply. And then you can just drop in the subject line again. So it looks like you're replying to it. And then the content, you're just going to want to get the result. Make sure it's not the first one, but the last one where it actually makes the response. Just drop this right in here and that should be good. make sure you save in the bottom. So I'll just send this to myself as an example. I'll say, do you do automations? And then, hi Zander, do you do AI automations and integrations? So I'll just send this to myself, and then we'll see how it looks. And then come back into make.com, and then I'll hit run once. Okay, so I actually forgot one step. We did get the email, but our identifier didn't actually work because I didn't give it the information from the email. So what you can do with this is create a new assistant role, and then just add in the text content and the subject line. If that looks good enough, and then we'll hit OK, and then I'll run it one more time. Okay, so it did run the entire automation. Let's see if it worked. So it got all the information from the email I just sent. So text content right here. Hi Zander, do you do AI automations and integrations? And then this determined, yes, it was an inquiry about the business. And then let's see the result it generated. Hi Zander, thanks so much for reaching out. Yes, we absolutely do AI automations and integrations. Whether you're looking to streamline processes, improve efficiencies, or connect different tools seamlessly, we'd be happy to help. If you'd like, feel free to share a little bit more about your specific needs, or we can set up a quick call to go over everything. Let me know what works best for you. Looking forward to hearing from you. And this actually is not good right here. So you can tell ChatGPT, make sure you don't output all of this. And then the actual email that it sent. Okay, so this one was actually kind of weird. It put the subject line in and it didn't space it out very good. So you can come back into your ChatGPT module and just kind of tell it what to do. So tell it to never output any variables. You can also say, make sure to write it in HTML. So write it in HTML because that's how make.com reads the email contents when you're sending a new Gmail. I'll show you what it looks like after this. Now we need to tell it to not output the subject line. Okay, so it only outputs the email body. So this should be better. Let me try this again. I just want to run this module again, so I'll copy the input from this and then run this again. Okay, this is running. Okay, so this is all in HTML, but it still put this here. So what you can maybe do is tell ChatGPT, if it doesn't want to listen to you, what you can do is just tell it your name so it can input the variable. If you're going to output if you're going to output an account signature, just make it Zander. So super simple right there. And then now I'll run this one only. Okay, so it looks a lot better, but it still has these little marks right here. So I'll tell ChatGPT not to include those marks. Okay, so just don't output any of these little lines right here. And that should be working better. But you can see it's formatted better. It just has these little squiggly lines here. So that's working good. It's going to automatically send this. Thanks so much for reaching out. Yeah, so I mean, super good response, I think. So that's how you can automate your email inquiries. Now let me go ahead and show you how to do it for Instagram. So I'm here in ManyChat. This is also a free platform you can sign up for free, lifetime. So the first thing you're going to want to do once you get this connected to your Instagram account is head over to settings and then integrations, and then connect ChatGPT again. Just input your API key that you got earlier and it's good to go. Next, head over to automations and then create a new sequence. So at new sequence, name it whatever you want. I'll just name this demo. Click into this and then new message, and then create new reply. This is going to take you in here, and you can set the trigger whatever you want it to be. For now, I'll just make it whenever someone comments on a post or reel. So what you can do is select a post, and then you can include some keywords. So in the description or caption, you can say something like, DM me AI and I'll send you this blueprint. So I'll just make this AI and then continue, and then that looks fine. Make sure that's saved, and then what you can do, you can get rid of this for now, and then you can do an AI step. You say, what do you want your AI to do? You make it super simple, like collect name and email, then send the blueprint. Now this is where you want to add a little bit more context. So here you're going to want to put in common questions that people ask about your business. That might be locations or price or hours you have. But for now, I just put something kind of simple like this. You also might want to include a tone that you want to set for your AI that can also help with how it generates responses. And then hit generate. So it generated, greet the user, ask for their name in a fun and casual manner. Make sure their name is collected correctly. And then you can select a field here. So I'll create a new use field and just name it name. And then it'll show up right here, and you can just input this right here. And then the email, you can just select email. And the new task can be to send the actual blueprint over. I don't want to email the blueprint from here, so it's just going to notify them that an email went out. So say something like your blueprint has been sent to your email. And I forgot to mention, you might want to add a step before this, just to introduce yourself a little bit. So we can get rid of this and then add a new one right here, Instagram, send message. Message can be something like, yo, thanks for checking out the automation. I've got your blueprint right here, but first, can you give me some info about you just so I know who to send it to? And it'll have this, and then this can go straight into here. Now we can come back into our AI module and make sure it doesn't say, hey there. You could say, don't greet the user, and just say something like, can I first get that name? And then we'll save this, and now we'll test it out again. So someone just commented on your post, and now it said, yo, thanks for checking out the automation. Can I get some information from you? And then it said, can I first get that name? And then you say the name. Okay, and then it says, awesome, Zander. Now can I get your email address to send the blueprint? So it says, your blueprint has been sent to your email. Anything else you need help with today? And it's got the name and the email collected. Now, when it says if you need any more help today, it's not going to work because that's not an extra step. But you can make it an extra step if you just hit choose next step, and then you can go to AI step, and then you can train the AI more about your business, or if you want to push them into something else, you can totally do that. And then you can just set it live, and that's it. Once it's connected to your Instagram, boom, you're done. And with this information collected, there's so many different things you can do with it. The possibilities are really endless with it. You can even come back into make.com and get a mini chat module and start doing stuff with the data from here. Like, the possibilities are really endless. You can start putting it into CRM and Airtable, or even just super simple. If you go into settings and then down to integrations again, you can just hook up to a Google Sheets and keep all of the DMs in the Google Sheets. So it's super simple, free. Anyone can do this. If you guys want this blueprint, you don't want to do all this work, but you want the autoresponder, what you want to do is go to my Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. Send me a DM saying autoresponders, and I'll send you this blueprint. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys found this super valuable. This is a super powerful tool, super simple as well. Anyone can do this. If you guys found this valuable, maybe consider subscribing. I'm going to be pumping out a bunch more content on all this stuff. So if you like it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.